Welcome to the hottest show in the galaxy. It's the Karen Hunter Show. We're here actually in Atlanta on the hot campus of Morehouse, the historic campus of Morehouse. And we're here for our 10th of 2018 where we're challenging everybody to go register 10 people. You don't have to get registered on Morehouse's campus because most of these guys are engaged. This is the birthplace of engagement. Okay.
Yes, it is.
So, and I had the pleasure of meeting, I think he's a millennial, but at least he's in this space encouraging millennials to get involved. He has an organization called Find Your...
This is the shirt.
What is the organization?
Voice Your Vote.
Voice Your Vote, which is an action group. And so let me welcome to the show the one and only Charles Bourgeois.
Thank you. Karen, I'm happy to be here.
Well, happy to have you here.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, where do I start? I mean, Voice Your Vote is essentially what I feel, and me and my partners, we feel, the void that's needed. It's missing. I mean, right now the culture is not where it needs to be politically. So
when you say the culture, what are you referring to?
I mean, Sway spoke of it a little last night.
Sway did speak of it. Yeah.
I mean, the culture is the music. It's how we dress. It's how we talk. It's what's important to us. What do we value? How does our behavior reflect what we want to push our community?
And we haven't used the political power. You know, I was thinking about this. This is why, you know, we decided to have. And Sway is, man, I was talking to somebody, he's the absolute best person that I know. Like as a human being, like his innards are like beautiful. But he also has a sensibility that I'm like, I wish that I had. Like he's so smooth and subtle and authentic. But I out here doing this, I don't want this to be corny. You know, when you talk about voting to young people, it sounds like some old people corny stuff from the 50s, you know? Like, we had to get on the register to vote.
And that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say that it hasn't caught up in the sense of politicians are not engaged in the millennials. And I think I'm tired of hearing the question, how do I reach the millennials?
Right.
How do we get
even that's corny, right?
It sounds right. Silly because I mean in thought theory, a millennial is defined right now as 18 to 34.
That's a big range.
That's a big gap.
Right.
If I'm a 19-year-old millennial, what I'm doing in school as a junior or sophomore is going to be nothing to the 31-year-old that just has a baby on the way.
Right.
So it's the culture, and that gap represents what we're looking at now.
You know what? As I was thinking about it, you know, people were billing our event, our town hall as, you know, the past, the present, and the future. And I'm like, no, we're just three different ways to get some stuff done, you know, and like generationally, Sway and I are in the same generation, you know. So I take, you know, not exception to it, but he moves differently than I do, and I recognize when I'm on his show, his audience is different than my audience, you know. When you know, so for me, I'm not rejecting it. I teach kids every semester, and my goal is just to get in here and get them excited, which is what we need to do. So give us some tips.
So it's crazy you said that. I mean, honestly, like we're excited, right? For real, we have a huge campaign rolling out. I actually, from going to, I spent at this point 10 years like a marketer, consultant. I was essentially a long-time promoter. I started a promotional company called Ego Entertainment.
So you doing music stuff?
Doing parties, all types of parties.
That's the way Puffy started.
That's how Puffy.
On the HBCU campus.
I want to be like Puffy, you know, like. I mean, to be honest, what it really boils down to is that at one point I was doing 52 parties a year, and it's talking about every week.
Every week.
All the clubs in the city, you know, I know all of them are good people, promoters. I mean, to the Greeks, to the it kind of morphed into like a professional thing. And I'm consulting, and I'm doing consulting for Morgan in the school. I'm helping the Gala, so I'm understanding and immersing in as a graphic designer. And that's where I started. We got the parties, how to market, how to brand, how to move people, what the culture speaks like as a part of creating and pushing the culture and parties and events. It comes with the girls and the nightlife and all that. And I woke up one day and thought to myself, my partners and colleagues are not trying to use our influence because every week we're worried about the same things. We're making the most money, it's fun, best hookah,
most people out,
most women, all that. Just on that level, and it was never fruitful or positive to the impact of what I know the culture could influence and bring. And when you talk about culture, like Sway was saying, it's not just the music, it's the music, absolutely. Music, but the music sets the tone. It's the dancing, it's how you celebrate, it's what you do, it's how you talk, what you wear. So to the point where I realized I could really wake up tomorrow and point my influence in a positive direction and really start to gander and like galvanize change in the sense of like, we need to change what we got going on. Y'all are worried about the wrong things. You shouldn't know Kim Kardashian's 3 kids and her dog's name, but not be able to tell me the mayor of the city that she lived in?
That's one of the first questions I put. I give my kids pop quizzes. So I'll say, name 3 Supreme Court justices. Some of them can't name one. Can't name one Supreme Court justice, and these are people who determine whether you can have an abortion, whether or not you'll be locked up for marijuana for the rest of your life, whether or not these cases, these landmark cases, they matter. Whether or not your school can be integrated, what kind of you can't name one, let alone 3 out of 9.
So it's so funny you said that. So the organization Voice Your Vote, what we're really talking about is we're talking about a non-partisan, non-biased, non-candidate endorsing, non-profit organization that is truly centered in the middle. And it's as much as we can, because we're all come from our own background and experiences. But I have a partnership with the Young Republicans, a partnership with the Young Democrats. Our colors are black and white and orange because we literally want to say, we're not, and we're opening the discussion, purposefully doing that so we can get the different perspectives between the red guys and the blue guys, so to speak. And so that's our narrative to push. And you can talk about talking to students, giving them pop quizzes and saying, hey, we're the justices. Who makes legislation? Just tell me something about the government and the culture in your city. Most times, 9 times, 10 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10, you're going to get a complete I don't know. So we have a series called Straight Talk. We're rolling out different initiatives. The biggest initiative we're pulling out, we're doing 100,000 voters for November 2018. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it.
So we just bump fists because people can't see radio, but you got a camera guy here. Because for me, I'm a person sitting on the radio empowering people every day. But this is just another level of empowerment. I've never done this, which is why, it was important to have Joe Madison. This way people who've actually touched me. I don't even like to go out of my house. I'm a little bit of a hermit. But this is important, and if you're doing it, I don't like to reinvent the wheel. Here, let's throw this behind it. Let's throw what we're doing here. Let's come together. Because I think a lot of times you have a group, this guy has a group, that guy has a group. Joe was talking about it. You had back in the 60s.
It's a movement, not a moment.
Right, but also that they had all these different organizations that didn't like each other.
Well,
that didn't work.
You call the term centralized unity?
Yeah. So I don't like operational unity because we gotta, But I feel like, if you're doing something better than I'm doing it, let's throw our, support behind you and make you more powerful. I think that's the new way of thinking, and it feels like this generation kind of gets that.
So it's funny, right? You said that because I agree with you. We're doing the 10th for 2018. So I'm on the hashtag mission on social media. So you'll see me, I'm doing it with you.
Okay.
10th for 2018. And so when we say we're doing 100,000 registered voters, new voters to push the culture, what I'm really saying is I'm only going to do 10. And I'm going to challenge millennials to do 10 with me, and we're going to do 100,000 voters.
I'm so glad I met you, Mr. Bourgeois. Listen.
It's on it. We're on it.
I had a vision. I'm like, we can get 1 million new people into this. And again, nonpartisan, I'm with you because party to party, shift, city, state to state, party shift. And it's not about party, it's about power.
It's a lot, yeah. It's right. We like to use the term policy, not people.
Right.
But then when we start talking about on the ground floor, it's people, not policy, because it's going to change. And that's the change we're talking about from the two sides. And we want to stay out of the fight necessarily between, the red and the blue, just because we spend more time day to day in society arguing about the hyper, one-sided, and it starts to create just a bad, negative,
toxic nature that we don't win. So in the fight, we the people end up losing.
Because we can't translate it. All we hear is the bickering, it's bipartisan, back and forth. Some of them don't even know what bipartisan means. All I hear is like, hey, can't get along. I don't know who to vote for. And this guy was a good guy, he's a bad guy. I don't know what's good, I don't know what's right. I get these long documents. I go in the booth to vote. Proposition B. I don't know. Wasn't prepared. So we're trying to reinvent the wheel to do cool things like if millennials could know what they were voting for, truly what they were voting before they voted on it,
they would be
like, I'm gonna vote. And so it's crazy because when I have these dialogue, and I spoke about it yesterday, walking the campus and going to the schools and seeing people voting, disengaged with 6 people that voted in the runoff for the mayor. At some point it makes me feel like, what can we do? But I think it's just a start to push the narrative.
And that's the other thing. Yeah. Where I don't have a lot of patience as a human being. But as as I grow older, I realize the wisdom of knowing that it takes a minute. You plant the seed in the ground, nothing's coming up immediately. You gotta water that seed, fertilize it, make sure the soil is right. Then you see the little shoot. If you want a mighty oak tree, it may take maybe 20 years. But you gotta plant the seed and take care of it.
I think we've already done it. But I think what it is that it's not pointed enough. I don't think people really, I don't think millennials truly understand the nature of politics. So for example, here's an example. Howard school students, they just experience kind of like a power struggle. And then that dialogue between use of funds, how does it affect us? And it was like an immediate like, we heard that y'all messing with our money, but we're not happy. So you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna show you, we're gonna vocalize our concern, and you're gonna hear us, and you're gonna fix it, and you're gonna do what you need to do. And so it's already happening. These kids are not to say kids, because I look still like I get enrolled in college here, but the millennial generation, the 18 to 34, these current students at Howard, I'm in full support of voicing whatever advocate group they would like to hold the fire to the feet of the administration, because they're not doing right by them as people. And so that's what it is. So it's happening, it's popping up. We express it differently than you guys. We won't like something, and so what will happen is I'll make a meme with you and say, oh, you're lame, look at you, and then it'll go around the internet and it goes viral, so to speak, and we can move people. But it's just that we speak a different generation, and the politics now, they don't understand how to talk to us in the sense of your methods of communication are not our methods of communication now. So it takes like almost a regathering of thought, just thinking about how to immerse it. There's no reason, and I fully believe, because there's no reason, if you are an entertainer, you can benefit from the culture, right? Let's say family music, acting, right? If you benefit from the culture, then you should be ashamed of yourself if you're not pushing the narrative and dialogue to make the world a better place. All these kids get shot on the streets.
Where are you? Right.
So, and I get it. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, I'm just trying to make music and go on.
Yeah, no. You don't have the luxury to do that, right?
Because at the end of the day, I saw something, an article I read, they asked Lil Wayne, they said, hey, Weezy, Weezy, what's going on? Have you ever been a victim to, racism? Lil Wayne, it's crazy because, did you see what he said?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, Lil Wayne was like, no, ain't no racism, I ain't racist, I'm Lil Wayne. So it's like, I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Right.
And then it's like, oh okay, but let's say you didn't get that hit and it didn't blow, you'd be in the streets doing it. I mean, welcome to America.
Right. Lil Wayne is Wayne, whatever his last name is, a regular guy. Subject to being hemmed up by police, and especially with all those tattoos and that hippity hop.
That's the culture.
Right.
But imagine, listen, and this is gonna sound wild. Imagine the senator in your state has a tattoo sleeve.
Right.
You're like, wait a minute.
Right.
And so I think that idea poses the conquest that millennials are not as engaged as we would like to be because we don't see it. It's like when we were growing up.
So what are you running, Charles Bourgeois? And his name is Bourgeois. But when we see that word, I see bougie because that's how that's the culture, right? The culture. Your name and our culture is pronounced bougie. So you're the original. Did you? And that.
I've got it my whole life.
Did you? You're so bougie.
Yeah, that's it. All the girls suffer.
Yes, and you do wear it too. You're like, yes, and I am. I am from the original bourgeois. Yes, I am. From a long line of bourgeois, and we are very bourgeois. Yes, we are.
Very bougie.
Yes.
It's just that, and that too though is part of the culture. But that's just the last Creole heritage, Louisiana.
I know what it is. But we turn something into chitlins all the time. We always make chitlins out of stuff, which by the way is a delicacy. So I'm in a new phase. I'm saying let's stop making chitlins. Let's stop trying to make the best out of bad things, right? Because that's all we did because we had to. So you give me the pigtail and the knuckles and the damn oxtails. We're gonna make that. Oxtails. I know y'all love y'all some oxtails, but that's a booty tail of a cow.
It's great.
Right.
It tastes great.
But we make it taste great. We make the worst of the animal taste great because that's who we are. I want the prime meat. I want the center cut.
We're here for it.
Yes. Let's start demanding what we actually deserve, which is the best, the choices, the filet mignon of the cow, not the ass, tail of the cow.
Absolutely.
Not the innards of the pig, but that that pork loin. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't eat meat, but I'm making a statement here. If I did eat meat, that's how we should roll. And I think we should demand that politically. We always just happy when somebody comes through our town. Barack and Michelle come through, we happy. But then we don't ask them for anything.
That's because we're not really sure what to ask for.
Okay, well let's get there. What should we ask for, Charles Bourgeois? You're the future.
So you know what? Someone asked me like, what initiative are you pushing? I think we're pushing initiatives generally. Like that's how rollback. We got to take this thing all the way from the beginning. In the simple set of, let's say I put together a campaign and we ran a city council race for students. Let's say we did 30314. In 30314, if you have a few thousand votes, you can win.
Yes.
Easy. There's 9,000 kids in ABC. So let's say we run and let's say I put a student.
I like.
Like where I'm going.
Come on. I almost want to turn the mic off. Because here's the other thing, you know, and I struggle with this because everything, I used to dog whistle and people weren't hearing me. And then I ain't a dog, so don't whistle at me. And I'm like, everything can't be talked about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some things we just have to do. But how do we talk about doing and giving people instructions? And I have a tremendous platform to do that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just said, the hell with it. I'm just going to start telling people.
I literally was in shock and awe and amazed that I truly missed that last night and I got a chance to kind of jump in the combo. The three of you guys hit it on the head. I mean, directly nailed it. And you guys did it in such good fashion. You're legends. And it was well executed. And I think there were so many gems that people aren't in here slipped away. But I think the biggest one was the infotainment, which was mainly you guys' generation. But now it's the edutainment now is what it is. So I need to make sure that everything we do, you know, with Urban V Vote and Voice Your Vote, we put a collective together. We're going to make sure that we entertain the millennials, but while they're being entertained, they're going to learn
and be challenged. And be challenged.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
As much as the politicians and our generation need to be held accountable, we absolutely. You guys need to be held accountable too, to the frivolity and the, you know.
So I think what happens with that is, and that goes to my last point, and I just kind of summed it up by saying that there's
in closing,
well,
no, I'm just playing with you.
There's not anything that we think that we're worth fighting for, because it's like, oh, why should I vote? And that's the question is, well, is my vote gonna make a difference? And then it's like, okay, well, I mean, the system's gonna keep without me. Who cares, right? But it's, let's say we made it on a very small, minute, just immature, just something silly, something that we wanted a policy change. Let's say, you know what, we want happy hours to be legal in the city of Atlanta, because they're not. And a student or alumni reached out to me and said, we need to change this. I said, huge concern. I look at my email, he's mad about happy hour regulations. I'm thinking to myself, like, this is so childish, but in hindsight, this could be a real thing that we can do to show our power, to be like, yo,
we got something done.
We got something done.
That was next.
What else can we do? So that's where we are now. We got to take it back, roll it back. It needs to be broken down. I need to be able to translate the information and get it out Dr. Seuss style. It needs to come out in almost like a rhyme and a rhythm fashion. I need amigos to get on here and endorse me. I need to say, yo, everybody falling around, let's do it. We got to turn up 10 for 2018. Even if they make me a riff and a hook, 10 for 2018. And so it's immersing yourself in the culture, from the shirts, to the DJs, to the promoters, to the musicians, to the actresses, everybody to understand that not even no one can be silent. Let's just try to push our initiative, and then from there, red guys, blue guys, you can see who backs this.
Yes, right? Yes, I love that. So let me just say I'm grateful. Voice Your Vote is powerful. After we do 10 for 2018, after 2018, we're gonna jump on the Voice Your Vote bandwagon hard.
We're declaring.
But that's what that looks like, right?
Yeah,
it's the circle that we're in.
Absolutely. So thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, Charles Bourgeois. Find your voice. Go get your T-shirt.
We'll give them out free.
Okay, well, that's even better. Free shirts are great.
Find us on, go to stage, Morehouse Park.
Free.
So it's Find Your Voice is the first shirt, and the second shirt, I actually wanted to end this. Okay, you're talking to someone.
Okay.
And asking what was going on.
You give me some money?
I wish, not yet. Maybe one day.
As long as you don't throw them in the air, we good. All right, become an ambassador for change.
That is the other shirt. So we have two of them, and so we're pushing it. And that's
Voice Your Vote. Very powerful.
You go to VYVote.org. VYVote.org is the website. All the information's on there. Social media is at VYV.org. So we're on Twitter, Instagram, the website. Pushing it out. I'm really excited. We have about 11 people, all professionals, different diverse groups. And so we're trying to push it and get it going. But we're definitely going to look to just be that gateway in Georgia.
So family, if you're listening and you hashtag 10 for 2018, we'll give you, because I'm gonna get some shirts from Charles. We're gonna give out two.
We can give out 50 of them.
We got on the Karen Hunter show. Okay. You do what you want to do, Charles. On the Karen Hunter show.
T-shirt.
The hashtag 10 for 2018, we will give out 2 Find Your Voice shirts. They're very sexy. You did a great job. If you hashtag 10 for 2018, DM Smiz, you know how to do that, Smizzy on Twitter. We will give you get you back, get your information, and send you 2 shirts. They'll be large, so make sure you know, if you can't fit them, lose some weight. But anyway, we appreciate what you're out there doing, and I'm so glad I met you.
I'm so glad. I'm blessed and grateful to be here. I really meant it last night. Like, wow, this is legendary. I'm in the midst.
John Carlos, that was epic, man.
So funny story. So John Carlos, 6 people before they left, you gotta go, but tell Sway, he's a legend. So it was like, I'm a legend. No, you a legend, John Carlos. I'm in the middle of it, like, oh yeah, it's legendary tonight. I just want to be standing next to you, take a picture. So.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Well, Charles Bourgeois, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's the Karen Hunter Show. We out in hot Atlanta doing voter registration for 2018, and then we're going to switch over to Voice Your Vote after this, after 2018, because we're not going to stop.
It's just the beginning.
That's right. We'll be right back.
Thank you. VYVote.org.